going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Today, we're taking a look at the total altcoin market cap. We're also going to peek at a couple of different altcoins that we've been talking about and tracking them as our leaders. Of course, we'll take a peek over there at the XRP price chart and at Bitcoin. But we had some pretty good price action that happened yesterday. They went to kind of specific price levels, and then we've noticed that some of the leaders have started to pop their way back up. So we'll kind of take a quick peek over here at what happened in the market yesterday and what's happening today, because there are some pretty interesting things happening. Now, yesterday I said I would probably take today off because I was feeling exhausted, but if you could tell in my voice, I'm feeling great today. I got 8 hours of sleep, ready to rock. So let's dive into it. We could see that the total altcoin market cap pulled right back into this price level right here on top of where, if you've been following this channel during this whole corrective phase, we've been talking about how it is going to double bounced sideways, capitulation, not setting a new low, back up. And we could see that it was on top of that double bouncing area before the real capitulation came in. Looking back at the 2014 and 15 bear market for Bitcoin, this phenomena is nothing new, where you have the double bounce sideways and capitulation, which would be this price level over here, seeing that it comes back down to backtest on top of that level, which is also what happened over here on the XRP price chart. We could see that's the level that it came back down to test. One of the charts that we've been using as a reference point from back in 2017 has been the IOTA price chart right back in here, and how we just kind of took off and never really gave an opportunity for re-entry. But there was some price action that happened up in here back in the Fibonacci retracement levels. And we discussed how it had pulled back real deep in here once it got into these price levels right in here, kind of back testing this area, which, same thing, you have the double bounce here, the sideways, and your capitulation. And we could see that's where that back test came in right there, which is what we just saw over here on the total altcoin market cap, XRP. We're seeing it over here on Ethereum. And well, that's also exactly what we're seeing over here on Cardano, just from a higher price level, right? But here's those bounces before the capitulation came in. So nothing crazy happened with yesterday's pullback, and really we've been looking for pullbacks in here and longer consolidation that could potentially last for weeks, right? But one of the other things we've been looking at is trying to keep our eyes on the leader. Like we just talked about Cardano, I've got 3 charts laid out right here. If it looks a little bit overwhelming, I'll make it very easy to understand what we've got going on here. Up on the top, I do have Cardano. Down below it, I have Solana, which is one of the coins we've been talking about over the last week, and then Luna, which is one that we started talking about yesterday. And I was talking about how Luna and Cardano were the leaders of the altcoin market in the first part of 2021, the first part of this year. While the rest of the market did eventually follow along, there were certain coins that were the first ones to go, which would be Cardano and Luna. So keeping an eye on all of these is pretty important for me right now because, well, the whole total altcoin market cap hasn't broken through the retracement levels. Most coins are still way behind, but we know that this is a rotating market, so keeping an eye on these is important for me. And we could see that during yesterday's dip, the big price action that we had, Solana came back down to touch its all-time high and has now broken into new all-time highs. Same thing happened for Luna. It came back down and touched its all-time high, and then now is setting additional new all-time highs. So the leaders did not take yesterday's dip as an opportunity to reverse and head down. They've decided to keep marching up, and that pullback was a precise all-time high back test for both of these. Now all eyes are in if this guy right here, Cardano, is going to do the same thing, and if it's going to take its shot at its all-time high. But I think we can all agree, for being in a bear market, I'm putting that in quotations and you can't see that, but my fingers are in the air. It sure is a little bit odd to have a couple of coins in the top 20 breaking out into new all-time highs, back testing their all-time highs as support, and then continuing to march higher. And with Cardano being number 5 over here on Coin Market Cap, just barely being beaten out by Tether, which is a stable coin, and Binance Coin. We just flipped it by $3 billion over here recently. If it goes and stabs at that all-time high again, it's going to be pretty hard to continue an argument that there's a bear market going on here when you have one of the top 5 coins breaking into all-time high, along with another top 10 and a top, I think, 15, 16 for Luna right there. Of course, there's several more way down the list. If we go down into the 50s and the 100s, there's other coins that are doing this too. But for me, my primary focus for the entire market is to see that the big boys in this space are doing it as well. And hey, I won't complain if this guy decides to go do it too. But I know there was a lot of worry in what happened with yesterday's afternoon price action, and we just kind of can take a peek at where we're at right in here. And you can see that it's on top of where this resistance was. It's on top of where this support was. So, right, this was a supportive area that broke down and then was back tested as a resistance. It failed and it went capitulated. Then it broke back through the resistance, and now it's on top of it, treating it as a support right now. So I don't see anything alarming going on just yet in this market. And I'm really excited to see that both of these coins that we're tracking that are showing themselves as being leaders, both Solana and Luna, treated this as an all-time high backtest move. And then now, today, this morning, they're both breaking out even higher for fresher new all-time highs. And that even over here on Cardano, we can see that that backtest level was right back over there to where the resistance was here in May and in June. And that's the area that it backtested right in here, just like XRP and the total altcoin market cap. So I'll be keeping my eye on this stuff throughout the day. Hopefully that was the end of the pullback for the cryptocurrency market, at least on the short-term time frame at this point. Still a little ways to go up here for the total altcoin market cap to really get into the retracement levels. I'll be keeping an eye on this stuff throughout the day, but I'll keep this video relatively brief. I thought I would just kind of touch topics on what happened yesterday because it was one of the bigger days, right? We talk about the last like 25 days. There's only been like 5 down days. Yesterday was one of them, and I wanted to show you what was happening over there. So looks pretty normal to me. But all right, we'll keep it brief today, guys. Man, I was going through and doing some of the editing on this video. Man, my voice sounds strong in this video. I don't know what's going on with the audio quality. It sounded nice and deep and strong. All right, whatever. All right, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for something to do, of course, you could check out my website over here. It's bcbacker.com. This is my course, and I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs, the different altcoin market cycles, tying them all together. I try to show what all the Bitcoin cycles have looked like throughout history with their measurements and their extensions and where we're at right now. I talk about my personal exit plans in here. I talk about mathematics and percentages, and I teach you how to set up your own charts and your own indicators within TradingView and CoinTrader Pro. I include a lot of educational content on here, including my most recent market update right there on July 31st, and you can get access to all of this educational content over here on bcbacker.com. You can follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.